much for joining me. I'm so excited on giving you tips on how to alleviate the stress of buying a house. My name is Irisha Saunders. I am a realtor at Ideal Real Estate here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Now, if you don't live in North Carolina, that's okay. These tips will still work for you. Now, if you're outside of the country, not so much. You may need to watch another video. Tip number 1. After you have been pre-approved, make sure you get a realtor that you can trust. Your realtor should be willing to answer any questions that you may have regarding your home purchase. Tip number 2, make sure you have in mind the type of house that you want to live in. This goes for the area and the school districts, so you can give this information to your realtor. That way you can see those homes that have everything that you want in it, all those must-haves. Tip number 3, educate yourself and be prepared beforehand. You should definitely know the lingo. So terms like appraisal, due diligence, home inspection, closing costs, offer to purchase, all those terms you should really familiarize yourself with. Number 4, keep all communication lines open. You should definitely be speaking with your realtor, your lender, and your closing attorney on a regular basis. Your lender and your closing attorney, they're both going to need a lot of information from you. So it's important to stay on top of those things so you don't jeopardize your contract. Number 5, know that you are not the only person looking for a home. You may have some competition, especially if it's a seller's market and the inventory is low. And it's okay not to get the first home that you make an offer on. Just keep looking and stay positive. You and your realtor are a team. We are almost there. Tip number 6, when you go on showings, take notes on your phone or on a notepad. And not just the number of bedrooms and bathrooms that a house has. Take note of any repairs that you may see when you're in the house. That way you can address those things in your initial offer. You won't necessarily have to wait for the due diligence request. Number 7. Okay, so you might get mad at me with this one, but keep the number of homes down to at least less than 20. You definitely don't want to see any more than that. All the homes are just going to start to look the same, so don't bombard yourself with home after home after home, and you're just going to make yourself mad and your realtor mad. So like, narrow those things down. And this actually, what can help you is knowing what you're looking for before you go on those showings. So if you just don't know and you're like, I'll find out when I see it, it's not a good plan, because you'll end up seeing a bunch of houses that you can't narrow down to make an offer on. So keep the list small, people. Number 8, expect to see a house within 24 hours. So when you make a request to go on a showing, don't think that you're going to be able to go on that showing right away. Now, sometimes it can end up that way if the house is a go and show and it's empty and the realtor can get in, but at least give your realtor 24 hours notice to see a house. And if you already expect that up front, you won't feel frantic and get upset if you can't see a house within 30 minutes of requesting to see that house. Home stretch, people. Number 9, when you make an offer on a house, please submit your very best offer in the beginning. Do not try to lowball the seller. They don't like it. And if it's a seller's market, they'll just ignore you and wait for the next buyer to come along, because the next buyer is right behind you or probably right next to you. There's multiple offers being thrown at this seller. So if you have a budget and you submit an offer, but you're trying to go way underneath your budget to get the seller to come down off of the sell price, is not going to work, especially in the seller's market. Submit your very best offer. You don't want to feel slighted and think that you made a mistake once you submit your offer. So just put the best one out there right up front. Your chances will be a lot higher than if you tried to get the seller to come down. Tip number 10, have your earnest and due diligence monies ready to go. So once you get a fully executed contract, meaning you submitted the offer and the seller accepted and signed the offer to purchase, then you have a fully executed contract. But you'll need to send both the due diligence and earnest money checks right away. Okay, so have those ready to go. Last one, everybody, we made it. Okay, so now you have a fully executed contract. What to do next? Now it is time to get to work. You need to make sure your lender has ordered your appraisal. So that means you have to pay for that appraisal. You also have to make sure your realtor orders the home inspection for you. Those monies have to be paid up front. So it's outside of closing. So before your home inspection is done or right after it, the home inspector will send you an invoice. So you're going to pay for that. You get your invoice, you get your home inspection done, your appraisal will be ordered, and then you'll wait for the home inspection. Look through it. If you have any repairs that you want to request from the seller, then that's when you'll do the due diligence request. And make sure all of these things are done within your due diligence period, so you do not lose out on your earnest money. Okay, I hope this list helps you guys, or all these tips, and I am so grateful. I'm glad you stayed and watched to the end. Now that you have all of your tips, there may be some of you who are still on the fence. You don't know whether it's better to rent or buy. So if you click on the link below, you can download the brochure to renting versus home ownership. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. And home ownership or vice versa. So hit the link below and you can receive a free list. That was right. You may still be on the fence of whether it's time for you to buy right now. So if you click on the link below, you can receive your very own list of, not a list, it's not a list. Only person looking for a home. So you may have some competition out there, especially if it's a seller's market in the inventory, in the blah, 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 blah.